Exactly 14 months ago, my corporate career came to a sudden, crushing halt. I was laid off. I remember sitting in my home office, completely shocked, and picking my phone to do a quick recording just to document the stress of that moment. And just like that, I didn't have a job no more. But looking back, that setback wasn't a tragedy. It was a catalyst. Over the past 14 months, I used that corporate setback to completely redesign my life. I packed my bags, flew to West Africa, and built my second home from scratch in Liberia, and we just hit the roofline. Now that I've been in the US for 3 months, the dust have settled. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I turned a layoff into a legacy. We're talking about the mindset shift, the reality of building abroad, and the exact financial strategies that allow me to do this without a 9 to 5. Now, if you are terrified of the instability of a job or just want more out of life, this is for you. When you get laid off, your survival brain kicks in. You want to update your resume, apply to 500 jobs, and panic. But I realized something crucial. Corporate security is an illusion. The company can let you go on a random Tuesday, but it cannot take away your drive, your vision, your ambition, your tenacity. Instead of jumping right back into the rat race, I decided to take a calculated pause. I asked myself, if I'm not tied to the decks, what is that thing that I've been putting off? For me, it was building roots and investing in land in Liberia. So I stopped looking at my layoff as a punishment and started looking at it as a well-funded sabbatical. The moment you change your perspective from why is this happening to me to how is this happening for me, your whole world shifts. So I took the leap of faith and landed in Liberia. Now, if you haven't been to West Africa, the energy there is beautiful, vibrant, and unmatched. But building a house there, that would take a whole new level of patience. We started from the ground up, cleaning the land, pouring the foundation, sourcing local supply and material, and working through the daily logistics of international construction. Now, there were days of pure frustration where things didn't go as planned, and days of pure magic. But seeing that structure finally hit the roof line was one of the most fulfilling moments of my life. It proved to me that we often limit ourselves on what society tells us is the time limit. You don't have to wait until you're 65 before you travel the world or build your dream legacy. Now, let's talk about the question that's probably on your mind. How do you afford to travel and build a second home in Africa right after losing your job? Now, it wasn't magic and it wasn't luck. It was a well-calculated financial strategy. And there are 3 things that made this possible. 1, the power of liquidity. I didn't just save money, I kept an emergency fund specifically designed to buy me time and peace of mind if a crisis ever hit. 2, reallocating capital. When I received my severance package, I didn't treat it as a lifestyle inflation money. I treated it as a capital for investment. 3, geo arbitrage. My US dollar stretched incredibly far in Liberia compared to building or doing real estate in the current US market. Financial well-being isn't about clinging to a paycheck. It's about building a foundation so that when life throws you a window of time, you have the financial flexibility to jump through it. I've been back in the States for 3 months now, and looking back over a year ago, I barely can recognize that stressed out person. Sometimes life has to clear your schedule so you can build what actually matters. Now, while I was in Liberia, I didn't just build a house, I documented the entire thing. I filmed the raw day-to-day chaos, and I even put together a complete line-by-line cost breakdown of what it actually cost to build to the roof line. If you want to see the bricks being laid and the exact dollar amount I spent, I've put the entire playlist right up here on the screen for you. Click it, check out the journey, and subscribe to join me as I figure out what this next chapter holds. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.